Welcome everybody to San Jose, California, where the San Jose Flight will host the Madison Lynx as we start game number 2 of the SFL Minor League Playoffs. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and joining me in the booth is the only man to ever send me a photograph of rotting alligator hides. He is Gerald Smith. You are watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Gerald, how you doing tonight, man?
Ain't no alligators hides out in San Jose. I think we're safe.
No, there is not. Thank goodness, because from what you told me, they smelled horrible. Madison had the opportunity to earn the number 1 seed with a win last week, and they were not able to get it done. San Jose did get the win, however, which propelled them up to the number 2 seed and ultimately hosting Madison here tonight, who fell to number 3. Both teams finished the regular season with a 6-2 record, and now both only have this game here tonight standing in the way of a championship appearance. What are the keys to victory for these two teams?
Defense. Each defense will have to stop what their opponent does best on offense. Madison has the number 1 passing offense in the league, while San Jose has the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Madison has the number 1 rush defense as well, and they will have to prove it tonight by stopping the stellar rushing attack from San Jose, because in their previous meeting in week 4, the Flight were able to run the ball effectively and come away with the victory. The Flight secondary will have to step up because they are ranked in the bottom half of the league in passing yards allowed per game, and facing the league's best passing attack could prove difficult. Whichever team's defense executes the best and neutralize their opponent's offense could come away with a trip to the championship.
Well, as Matt Wilson would say, there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field. So we'll get down to the field, get this one started, where San Jose will kick things off on offense. So I guess technically Madison kicked things off. Well, regardless, San Jose's on the field getting ready to do their thing. Austin Blanco, quarterback under center, 2 backs in the backfield. 4 down linemen for Madison. Ball is handed off to one of the members of the 2-headed rushing attack here in San Jose. Buford Van Dam, the fullback. Starting offense for the San Jose Flight. Quarterback is Austin Blanco. The halfback is Jay-Z Bacon, but used just as much. The fullback, Buford Van Dam. The wide receivers, David Anderson and Terrell Cooper. The tight end, DJ Bandit. And the center, snapping to Blanco, St. Nebuchadnezzar. Ball is handed off to Bacon on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and this is what San Jose has been good at all season right here, right? With their rushing attack, rushing with their 2 backs back there. And they've been able to put themselves in a 3rd and short consistently throughout the season. So if they can keep this up, I mean, Madison's going to have trouble keeping them up.
On 3rd and 2, they hand it off to the big fullback, Buford Van Dam, and he easily surges forward. And yeah, Gerald, this is what they've been doing all season. It worked absolutely phenomenally for them last week against Ottawa. The Cavalry just could not figure out a way to get it stopped. Madison's going to have to make some adjustments. Well, not necessarily adjustments. They're just going to have to be ready for it.
What's going to be important for Madison is 1st down, right? Being able to limit the yardage by San Jose on 1st down.
There's our next 1st down right here. Blanco throws it 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Bacon's able to spin his way forward, still gains 7. So even though the pass went behind the line of scrimmage, Gerald able to gain a nice chunk of yards there.
Right. And that's where, Madison is going to have to kind of tighten up, right? If anything come out short like that, or runs and everything else, they're going to have to slow it down, because you keep allowing them to get in 2nd and shorts or 2nd and mediums and then 3rd and shorts. It's just not something that San Jose has failed at.
2nd down and 3. Blanco pumps, throws over the middle, and that one is caught. Good for a 1st down. Threw it to the backup wide receiver and kick returner, Keen Mamadou.
And this looks very, very similar to what, at least the start of this game right here, how San Jose was able to best Madison, going into week 4, coming out of week 4 during the season. So, seemed like they have a very good game plan so far.
Blanco throws again, and this time it's picked off. That's one good way to put an end to the drive. JT Jackson, we haven't even introduced the defense yet, Gerald, but introducing himself, strong safety number 22, JT Jackson, getting the pick and putting an end to the Flight's first possession.
And it looked like it bounced right off of Anderson's hands, like he should have had that ball in there, right? And maybe he just heard the footsteps and kind of alligator armed it right there, and just wasn't able to pull it in. And here we go. Now Madison's got a chance, and that's one of the stops that they needed, because in their last game they had no turnovers between both teams at all.
I formation for the Lynx on their first snap on offense tonight. And running straight into the line is Michael Brown, the running back. No gain on the play. Gerald, Madison's undefeated in postseason history for their franchise. This is their first road playoff game ever. San Jose, on the flip side, they're 0-2 all-time in the playoffs at home. So the home crowd hoping that things go different for the flight tonight. And Madison obviously hoping for more of the same of what they've had in the past. Switch Thumper, the quarterback for the Lynx. Mr. and Mrs. Thumper deciding to name their son Switch. And Dylan Lewis with the reception. The entire offense for the Lynx: Switch Thumper, the quarterback. Michael Brown is the halfback. The fullback is Jay Ballmer. Wide receivers are Dylan Lewis and Prince Wonder. The tight end, Ron Haynes.
Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Thumper were like, man, we got to switch it up. And they're like, that's a great name.
That's it. That's the one. 4 wide receivers set. On 3rd down and 6. Deep over the middle, and that one is incomplete. Pass was broken up. Tried to hit Prince Wonder, and it'll be a quick 3 and out.
Man, he's got to pull that one in. It just bounced right off his hands. It seems like maybe he was feeling a little bit of jitters that Anderson, was feeling on that last play for San Jose. But here we are. Flight was able to get a stop after turning the ball over, and they'll get the ball back.
In the Prospect Bowl earlier this week, an all-star game of sorts for the minor league, the East beat the West 49-34. The East's 3rd straight win in the series. Prince Wonder, who just missed that reception, had 64 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. So probably will be a big part of the Madison offense tonight, but was not able to haul that one in on Madison's opening possession. Now San Jose gets a bit of a do-over. Blanco threw a pick on their opening possession, and they're able to get the ball back without surrendering any points, Gerald, and that's a big stop for the San Jose defense. Let's see what they can do here on offense now. Come out in a 3 wide receiver set on 1st down. And Blanco will throw out route down to the bottom, but that one's going to be out of bounds, and weirdly they go back into the hurry-up, Gerald.
Apparently Blanco sees something he likes, so we'll see how it's going to work out for him.
Short pass over the middle is complete. That one good for a gain of 6. They'll go back into the hurry-up once again. Keen Mamadou, the receiver. 3rd down and 4. Blanco goes back to Mamadou again, and that one is well defended. Swatted away by Al-Farouk Aminu. And, Gerald, that was the quickest 3 and out I think I've ever seen.
It was left a lot to be desired, that's for sure. Because I mean, the key to your offense, right, is running the ball with these great backs you have. And look, and even coming even in the Prospect Bowl, J.C. Bacon, he's like, I only need 19 yards and a touchdown because I want to save myself for this playoff run we're having. So, feed those guys out of the backfield.
Aaron Lind on to punt for San Jose. Fair catch is called for back at the 40-yard line. If you are new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy, and for some reason they also put the 2 of us up in the booth. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine is our producer this evening. Madison back in possession of the football, and this possession starts very much like their first one, Gerald. A handoff to Michael Brown. This one only for a gain of 1.
Yeah, and that's not, and it's not their. I lost my train of thought right there.
Yeah, you totally did, Gerald.
I had something.
That's not their something. We don't know what it's not there, but we know it's. Listen, we know it's not their thing. Ish. Good job. Trips formation up to the top, and a deep pass. Oh, That should have been gone. He had his receiver past the defense, not able to haul that one in. Intended target was Cameron Callahan, one of the backup receivers, who is now laying in the turf motionless, so that's not good.
Oh, he got shoved. He got shoved right into the ground. Bam.
Steamrolled by Sam Blotner. Well, we'll take this opportunity to introduce the starting defense for the San Jose Flight. Defensive line, J.J. Reed and Robert Thump. The linebackers, Mojo McLean, Stan Diamond, and Marcus Benson. The corners, Braylon King Moore, Nicholas Frossel. The safeties, Max Cole, Sam Blotner, who just murdered a man, Joshua Durr, and Savon Watson. On third down, they'll throw an out route, which is good. Only for a gain of about 5, and that will lead to their second 3-and-out of the ball game. Madison still in search of their first down, Gerald.
Yeah, they just went straight, nearly 3-and-out right there. That was a 3-and-out by them right there. You know, and they started off kind of running, right, which isn't quite their stuff. They're only averaging, I don't know, they're around 30 yards per game on the ground, and their strength is passing with over 300 yards per game. So,
so far they've got 9 yards, Gerald.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. Pete Ellis punts this one away. Back to San Jose. Keen Mamadou takes it to the 20-yard line. Let's introduce the starting defense for the Madison Lynx. The defensive line, Dan Dash and Kano Fortson. The linebackers, DJ Woods, Claudius Periwinkle, that's a fun name, and Al-Farouk Aminu. The corners, Xavier Rue III and Newton North. The safeties, Maurice Peterson, Joseph Lama, JT Jackson, and Tyler Spencer. Blanco in the gun on first down. Out route down to the bottom. That one's going to get them some decent yards. Terrell Cooper getting in on the action. He'll gain 6, and they don't go back into the hurry up this time.
Yeah, which is good because passing isn't quite what they do best. So they did, and you know, especially these last 2 downs, right? Because that's their strength, you know, with their running game. So, look, you just need 2 attempts to get these 4 yards with your great backs you have in the backfield. Just hand it off.
Blanco to throw. He's not going to hand it off quite yet. Goes up to the top. This time hitting David Anderson, but that'll move the chains. So they threw a pick on their opening possession to end that one, and then went 3-and-out on the second one. This time, a couple of out routes at least net them a first down. They're able to move the chains and keep this drive going.
Yeah, look, and kudos to them, right? In their previous game, shoot, they threw for almost 300 yards in the air as well, as well as running for over 100 on the ground.
Staying in the passing attack, and they'll hit Terrell Cooper once again. Oh. Cooper, I think he was. They're going to go into the hurry up because he stepped out of bounds about 5 yards ago. But wow, Gerald, I don't think they're going to have time to challenge that one. But Cooper was out of bounds basically at the 50. But
Blanco get a move on it.
Well, he's a quarterback. They're not the fastest. I think they just wanted to get that snap off, but now they'll be back in the hurry up, and Blanco looking a little lost. There you go, big fella. That's the right way. Gets back under center. 5-step drop for Blanco. He's going to do an out route back up to the top once again. They're going to rule that one out of bounds, and San Jose is ironically going to challenge the out of bounds call. I think he got 1 foot in, Gerald. Not really sure.
Yeah.
Look at the replay.
Yeah, I would say so, right? So coach wasted no time at all getting that out right there. Vanderlei was like, "Hey, look, he got it. We're gonna slow it down a little bit." I don't know.
I mean, the right foot was down, but I don't know. It depends on who paid the ref more.
Their possession.
The pass has been ruled complete.
And they do indeed overturn the call. It was ruled complete, so it should be about 3rd down and 3. If I remember seeing that correctly. Only one way to find out.
3rd and 3. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Is it?
That was a odd little camera angle there.
Oh, there we go. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about, Gerald.
I never know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, clearly when that's not there. ... Fades to black. Blanco hands this one off to Bacon on 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard. So they haven't gone to the run game for the past several snaps, and finally go back to it, Gerald, and it goes the wrong way.
Man, they got some penetration in the backfield, right? It looked like you had kind of a lane there, But the DB was able to come up and put a good hit on him, right, from a strong safety position right there. Was able to shut him down right as he was trying to get through the hole there.
It's painful. At the 37-yard line of your opponent, you have to punt. Aaron Lynn's able to knock that one all the way down at the 4-yard line, though. So that was a great job by the special teams. But, Gerald, this got to be disheartening when you get all the way down to your opponent's 37-yard line. I get it. It'd be a 54-yard field goal. But Joe Garfield's made field goals about that long before. Why not give him a shot?
Maybe there's wind.
That could be.
I'm just
throw something
assuming
out the window. Let's see which way it goes.
No,
throw your notes out the window. You're not using them anyway.
No, man, you gotta lick your finger and just put it out the window. No, that's not a thing.
I still got chicken wing sauce on my fingers, man. Can't lick them right now. There we go. Here's some yards. Michael Brown finally getting past the line of scrimmage. This time he gained 7. He's got 8 yards on the day now. 2nd down and 3.
And that's pretty surprising right there, because I think mostly everybody, knew that they were going to try and run the ball, right, to get themselves, out from inside the 5, and for them to be able to get, open up a huge running lane, for Brown to run through and get themselves, outside the 10 right now.
Thumper, the statistically best quarterback in the league this whole season. 2,427 yards and 15 touchdown passes coming in. Both of those numbers were the best of any quarterback in the league, Gerald, and he also only threw 9 interceptions, which was second from the least. So not only the most passing touchdowns, but almost had the least amount of interceptions. So definitely a fun player to watch throughout this game.
And he's not sacked all that often, right? Only 13 times on the season, so which is good too. It means he's getting pretty good protection.
I thought he was going to get sacked right there, and the Lynx were going to hate you forever. Dylan Lewis gets that catch, though. His 3rd on the day, 26 yards for him. And don't look now, Gerald, but they're moving the chains and getting first downs.
Right, and this is the Madison team that I expected to come in this game, right? Like the passing game that they have so far, right? It's not nothing that they're going deep right now, for the passes, but they're just finding the open guys. Maybe they just got themselves settled down, and to be able to, those, playoff jitters, just kind of get them put away and lock it in a box and just go play ball.
High formation on 1st down, handed off to Brown once again. Brown getting some yards. Another 7 on that 1st down carry.
There was a beautiful block by the guard that pulled right there. I can't even say this kid's name. Wallace to Mandany.
That's the one.
Jeez, he's 6'6", 330, and he moved himself right out of there. Man, that was a great block, and he pancaked the guy.
Big fella. Brown trying to get the 3. He's only going to get 1. It'll set up a 3rd down and 2. Thank you to everybody joining us here on YouTube for the semifinal game. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the other game going on between Ottawa and Albuquerque in the Season 6 Minor League Championship. Right now, the Albuquerque Adams out in front of the Ottawa Cavalry, 14-0 in that one. Ball is handed off on 3rd down. They're going to keep moving the chains. Michael Brown gets the yards he needs. 1st and 10 from the 45.
Right, look, and that's kind of unexpected right here, right? But hey, in the short yardage, look, as long as he can make it happen and be able to pick up the yards just that they need, it can keep moving the chains right there at 3rd and short.
Just scrolling back through the chat too, Gerald, I noticed that Frost Deed Times said earlier on, this might be my favorite announcing group. You're gosh darn right it is, Frost Deed Times. Oh, I thought you said he wasn't going to get sacked, Gerald. Unacceptable. Sacked back. Oh, I don't even see where he was sacked back to, but Thump got him. Robert Thump getting another sack on the season. Brings him down. Big loss on 1st down.
Thump sacking Thumper. That's
it's a lot of thumpage.
That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna thump Thumper. Man, that's a lot of. I'm glad I went to speech class as a kid.
3rd sack on the season for Thump. We're gonna get those sack yardage back, and Callahan, he's not gonna be coming back for this game or anytime soon. 3rd down and 10 now for Madison. So Gerald, that sack could really devastate this drive for him. It basically took away a whole down. They They lost the yards, but they got them back, but now it's third down.
Well, they have the passing attack to be able to pick these things up, right? So I don't think they're deterred at all, right, by by them being in a third and long.
Well, they almost threw a pick, but that one's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. It'll be another punt for Madison. 5 wide set was definitely the way to try to get those yards, but Blotner, first he takes out a guy, Cameron Callahan, injures him, and then he makes a good play on defense. Here, actually, it looks like it was McLean who got his hands on the ball first. I'm not sure why it threw Blotner's name up there at all.
I'm going to tell you, like, even though, right, the wide receiver may have had a chance of catching the ball, had it got past the linebackers, Savon Watson laid a hit on that dude. So I think he would have jarred the ball loose. I think that would have been punting anyway.
DJ Woods in the chat says he secretly places a bounty on Gerald. So I don't think he knows how secrets work. But needless to say, watch your back, sir. 31 seconds to go here in the first quarter. San Jose has the ball back. No score. 2 6-2 teams going at it for a trip to the championship game. No score.
I don't know who Gerald is. I don't think he's attending this broadcast.
Operating under an assumed name now. 4 wide receiver set here on first down. Short drop by Blanco. Throws it to Bacon behind the line of scrimmage. And for some inexplicable reason, Dan Dash, the defensive end, watched him walk by. But still a loss of 1 on the play. The rest of the defense came to save the day.
I don't know. I don't know what Dan Dash was doing. He's just like, maybe he dropped it. I don't know. Like
He thought the play was ear to whistle somewhere.
He could have shut that down 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He didn't want to turn around. Bacon gets the ball again. Nice block. And he's going to gain 6 yards on that one. The right guard, Anthony Ruths, throwing the block for Jay-Z Bacon. As we see the quarterback comparison there. Not a lot of action through the air. Not a lot of action in this game unless you're a fan of punts. Madison 0, San Jose 0. You're watching the Simulation Football League semifinals on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Jerome Smith, because we don't know who Gerald is. Cameron Irvine producing for us back at SFL Studios. Quarter number 2 underway. Halftime just wrapped up in Albuquerque, and so far Ottawa not able to put up points. Gerald, we noticed the past couple of weeks Ottawa's struggled on offense. It looks like those struggles, Jerome, their struggles continue.
Yeah, and for them, I mean, we knew, right? Because I called a couple games with them, right? About a couple of weeks in a row, and they struggled. So it seems like they're not doing as much. The defense does fine, but their offense has just struggled.
On third down, San Jose gets that pass out to Terrell Cooper. I actually thought that might have been worth a challenge, Gerald. It looked like Cooper spun and got first down yardage, but the spot looks like a full yard shy. So
it's a terrible spot.
Not. Yeah. I thought it was at least closer to the line than that, but Lind punts that one away and taken back up to the 36-yard line. Are you liking the game so far? If you are, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're not liking the game, hit the subscribe and like button anyway because Jerome said so. As the SFL approaches its 20th anniversary season, there is much more content to come. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. 4 wide receiver set here on first down. Switch thumper, switching the play. Quick out route up to the top. Hitting his tight end, Ron Haynes. Good for a gain of 4.
Looked like he actually had the tight end, too, down at the bottom. He looked wide open, like nobody was even near him. And plus, he was on the, the wider side of the field. He may be able to turn that up and get more yardage than that.
I formation on second down and 6.
Oh,
nice run up the middle by Brown. Surges forward, gets up to the 48, gets the first.
And Brown has got to be right now. He, with the rushes we've seen him do, and how he's running the ball pretty effectively right now. I mean, he's probably got to be above his season average of just over 3 yards a carry. I say he's probably close to 5 right now. And that's something that's it's pretty unexpected. At least coming into this game right here, seeing how well Madison passes the ball.
Yeah, I agree. Thumper in the gun. He'll pass here. Steps up in the pocket. Throws on the run and connects on an absolute dart. I don't think that was a spiral, Gerald, but I guess it didn't matter. Switch Thumper. Let's see this replay. It's end over end.
And maybe it threw off the defender because it probably looked like some sort of a weird knuckleball flying through the air, and he didn't know quite where it's go. But hey, look, it doesn't matter how you throw it, but that almost looked like a Matt Wilson type duck.
I know.
Just get it to the man.
The old Wilson duck throw on the run. I love it. Curtis Walker had that catch. He's only even in because Cameron Callahan got injured earlier in the game. Summoned from the pine and catches that duck that was thrown about 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's the only thing that Matt wouldn't have done is thrown it that fast. He threw lofty, wobbly ducks. So he had to throw the ball slow. It was the only way I could catch it. Offset I formation on second and 6.
It was still a thing of beauty, though, right?
It was so pretty. Ball is handed off to Michael Brown. He'll gain a few on that one. He gets 3, sets up a 3rd down and 3 just on the edge of the red zone. Albuquerque putting on some more points, Gerald. They just got another touchdown. They might be running away with things there at home against Ottawa. Things are getting out of hand quickly.
Yeah, Albuquerque is definitely the favorite in that one.
Out route up top is complete. Dylan Lewis with the catch. If Albuquerque wins, then the championship game will be hosted by the SFL's Major League team, the Arizona Scorpions, for the 3rd time. So things looking good for the Arizona Scorpions to host the championship game, as Albuquerque's now out in front 21-0 over the Cavalry. Back here in San Jose, no score. Who's gonna go to the championship? Nobody knows. 2nd down and goal. After that run by Brown goes for a gain of 1.
I was actually surprised on the 3rd down play before with a 3rd and 3 that San Jose would play such a deeper zone. Man, they just left that guy kind of wide open. There was nobody within at least 7 yards of him. He was able to pick up 10, and now they're looking there, and they're inside the 10 now.
Ball goes back to Brown, trying to get past that defensive line and can't quite do it. He'll only gain 3. Sets up a 3rd down and goal from the 6, and I would imagine that the league's most prolific passing offense might go to the air on this one, Gerald.
I think that's what they're going to do here. Look, yeah, they got 4 wideouts out there. And if I was looking, I'd look for the tight end somewhere over the middle right here.
Thumper back to throw. Looks, fires right towards the tight end and into his hand, Gerald. You got something right. Ron Haynes, touchdown Lynx.
Maybe they can take that hit off of me.
Release the bounty, DJ Woods.
Now, I just saw the lineup right, and the tight ends are a huge mismatch in that particular situation for the linebackers. It's tough for the linebackers to cover, especially a tight end of his caliber. In Ron Haynes, right, coming across the middle right there. He waited a little bit too long to throw it to my liking because he got a little bit further back toward the safeties. But hey, he was able to jump up, made the catch, and got his team up a 6.
Ron Haynes, the league's leading receiver, and he's not even a receiver. 806 yards on the regular season, and the only player with double-digit touchdown receptions. He got that one there. He had 10 on the regular season, another one now. Ron Haynes gets points on the board for the Lynx.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how you could miss that guy anyway at 6'5". It's like the tallest guy on the field.
Indeed he is. Juniper Belson has the ball teed up. Kick this one away. Drops down at the 10. So to answer our question from earlier, Gerald, yes, there is wind because that ball didn't go far at all. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line.
It matters, like, a lot.
What's that, the wind?
Yeah, man, the wind. I guess I could have said the wind.
Yeah.
Matters. Said
Wind
it
blows. Blanco's pass deflected at the line. Second down.
Dan Dash put them hands up. He's like, I'm not getting caught with my pants down just watching a guy run around in the backfield this time. I'm just putting my hands up. But San Jose is going to have to. It seems like they're trying to throw a little bit more than what they, they should, in my opinion, because their strength is the running game.
Dropping back to pass. Blanco throws over the middle, and that one is caught. Moving the chains for a first down. David Anderson with the catch.
And as I mentioned them running, they just throw a pass for 10 yards down the middle with lots of time of the quarterback. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you've already made your call of the night, saying that, they're going to throw it to the tight end, and then they did, and then he scored, and you're done. That was it. That was your moment.
Yeah, I ought to pack it up.
It's all downhill from here. But at least the bounty has been removed, so you're no longer in physical danger.
I can take my Lunchable and walk home.
What kind of dessert did you get in your Lunchable? Second down and 6. Oh, no, he threw it right into the hands of the defense.
That was an opportunity for Madison to kind of take all the momentum.
Third down and 6. Out route to the bottom. Can he get first down yardage? No. 4th and inches. Anderson hauls it in, but can't extend the ball past the line to gain. And they're about midfield. I don't know. The offense is confusing me right now, Gerald. They could hand this off to Buford Van Dam, and he would get the first down without even trying. And it looks like, are they keeping the offense out there?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Hand this off to your 6'4", 255-pound fullback and let him do what he does.
I could be mistaken, but I think Larry Hormel is in the game instead of Jay-Z Bacon. Did we miss something?
Well, I'm sure we missed a lot, in fact. But I don't remember seeing Bacon get injured or anything. But needless to say, a little miscommunication there between the quarterback and coach, it appears. Is some bickering taking place on the sideline. And they're going to punt, Gerald. I just don't I don't agree with it. Even if something did happen to Jay-Z Bacon, maybe he's just tired. I don't know. Buford Van Dam was out there. He's good for 4 or 5 yards a carry every time. Like, he could run right through a defensive tackle. I don't know. Low snap, nearly blocked. Punt is going to drop down at the 10.
Oh, it's a good one.
Slow down and be pinned back at the 3.
Oh!
So another great special teams play by San Jose, although I think the last time they pinned him deep, Madison ended up going on a touchdown run. I can't remember if that was the one they scored on or not, but we'll see what they do on this one. Madison out in front, 5:52 to go here in the first half.
It's not like Madison, especially for us, right, to see them struggle like that on offense, right? It seems like they've been in the hurry up in the pass mode quite often for no apparent reason.
For safety!
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt you, Gerald, but that was a big play. For the guy that doesn't get sacked very much, this defense is doing their job here tonight. Thumper back in his own end zone, and Steve Oden gets to him, putting the first points on the board this evening for San Jose, 7-2, just like we thought it would be halfway through the second quarter.
See, and if you go back to the other drive that Madison had inside their side, they were at their 4. And they ran the ball, right, coming out because they didn't want that to happen. And then this time, right, I don't know, maybe they got overconfident, with their last drive and how they kind of drove down the field with the more passes than runs. They said, hey, man, we can keep pressing it downfield, and it just didn't work out for them.
And that's like the ultimate turnover too, Gerald, because, you know, it's even better than a pick. You get two points and you get the ball back. So San Jose, great opportunity now after they didn't go for it on 4th down and inches, only about 10 yards up from where they are now. They've got 2 points out of the deal. They got the ball back, and they're ready to go. Fresh set of downs. Quick pass over the middle to DJ Bandit. That one's complete for a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
And it's a good start on 1st down, right? They're still passing it, right? And I guess they have, you know, they feel like, you know, really strongly in their game plan, especially their passing game plan. But it's a really, really huge pickup on 1st down. So now you got 2 downs to pick up 2 yards, especially with the studly guys you have in the backfield.
2 very different quarterbacks on the field tonight. Switch Thumper for Madison, the number 1 quarterback in yards and touchdowns. On the flip side, Blanco for San Jose, the least used quarterback, Gerald. He only had 226 passing attempts on the entire season, the least out of anybody. 1,453 yards, the least out of anybody, and 9 touchdowns, which was 2nd from the least. So he's still fresh, and the reason is because of this rushing attack. They're going to be able to still do plenty. Only down by 5, plenty of football left. Ball's handed off to Bacon, so I don't know. Did we miss something? Of course we did, but Bacon's still out there. 2nd down.
Right, yeah. Dan Dash trying to make up for his mistakes. He shedded that block by that tackle and met Bacon right as he was, you know, trying to get toward the line. They thought he had something there. I did, right? But Dan Dash shedded that block so fast.
Through wide receiver set, and Blanco's going to throw deep over the middle into triple coverage and a one-handed catch by Terrell Cooper. We taught him that in Mexico City, by the way. 2-way player from the Mexico City Aztecs. Go get him, Coop.
What a great catch in traffic.
Short drop and a pass up to the top. This time going back to David Anderson. He's going to get a 1st down and more. Steps out of bounds at the 12. Clock stops with 4 minutes. They're going to hurry back up.
2 huge plays, man. I hope they got something really, really good dialed up.
Throws into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Hauled in by Terrell Cooper. His 2nd big catch on this drive, and that one's good for 6. San Jose takes the lead.
And maybe they thought they can get Madison sitting on their heels and expecting something else, you know, with them to go there and maybe, you know, eat up a chunk of time before the half. But nope, especially the last 3 plays, they hadn't gotten to hurry up, and Blanco saw what he liked from the defense and just kept calling plays and finding guys open. That was an excellent no huddle. I'm assuming that's what they were hoping for when they did the no huddle in all their previous attempts. That just didn't work out so well, but that one worked to perfection.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Joe Garfield on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Dan Tritz in the chat. Had to be Bill Henry teaching him that trick. I believe, Dan, it was, because we certainly know it was not you. The SFL Minor League is winding down Season 6, but it's never too late to create your player and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place on December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. And you, too, can get drafted by the Aztecs and be teammates with Dan Tritz. The draft's never perfect, folks. Ball's returned up to the 26-yard line, and Madison will take back over on offense. They're now trailing by 2, Gerald. That safety going to be looming large throughout this one. Very close ball game all the way through.
And just to think, right, Madison had an opportunity at an interception before the flight punted to pin them back inside the 3, and they couldn't do it. And the way this game is kind of flipped upside down on them.
Thumper out route up the top, and that one swatted down. Great defensive play by Stan Diamond. The outside linebacker, 6'3", 255, using that large wingspan to swat down that pass.
All them bulbs flash and look like diamonds in the back there as he kind of was celebrating that pass defense.
Through wide receiver set for the Lynx. Thumper Rolling out to the right, throws a lofty pass on the run, and it's caught. Oh, I thought that was picked all day. Ron Haynes getting the catch, so yeah, he's trying to pump the crowd. We're in San Jose, Ron.
Man, this was an amazing thing. He rolls out, throws it on run. He tries to get some. I think he put too much air under it, and the guys were just and they were just kind of just waiting.
The ball looked like it was filled with helium.
Yeah,
Just floating.
Blotner's like, I got it. Nobody's around. It's just me. And then Haynes just seemingly comes out of nowhere and just grabs it right in front of him.
3 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Thumper in the gun, going down, throwing a dart that time. He saved up all his energy for that one, trying to hit Wonder, but that one was well defended, swatted down to the turf. Braylon King Moore in on the coverage.
Yeah, Thumper threw it. He slightly underthrew it. It did look like his wide receiver in Wonder had somewhat of a step on it. If he could have put a little bit more air under, similar to like the last pass he had thrown. I think he hits the guy. I think he's still running into the end zone.
He's gone. That's why he's not in the lineup anymore. Ball is handed off to a well-rested Michael Brown. And he uses that rest to get those legs churning for a gain of 9. 3rd down and 1 as we hit the 3-minute mark.
You know something that's just been surprisingly good for me to see is that they're both doing typically what they're not so good at pretty good this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Shows
San
that they're
Jose-
more well-rounded than maybe the stats show.
Right.
And getting the first down barely was Michael Brown, tackled by Diamond, and it looked like he had it and then maybe turned and could have lost the yards, but they gave him enough.
Yeah, I don't. They gave him some forward progress, but I thought you run back on your own like you did. You don't quite get it, but our 62 eyes are not the best.
No, they are not. A thing of legend, though. Short pass over the middle is complete. Prince Wonder getting in on the action. Doesn't have quite the stats he had in the All-Star game, but he's getting there. 2 minutes to go here in the first half as we hit the 2-minute warning. John Fowler in the chat looking for tacos. He's getting a little restless, Gerald. He's posted 46 messages asking for tacos. Good news, John. It's almost halftime, and San Jose has tacos down in the concession area. Although it's California, they probably have pineapple on them. Beware. Thumper on first down, hands the ball off to Brown. Sidesteps a defender in the backfield and is able to get 3. 27-yard line. They're in field goal range, Gerald, so could potentially at least take the lead back, if not get a touchdown.
Yeah, they've actually gotten themselves in a really good position. It seems like I'm not sure why, right? It seems like they want to slow the game down a little bit here and be a little bit safe.
Still playing conservative indeed as Brown rushes forward for a gain of only 2 that time. Tackled by Matt Foote.
And maybe that's exactly what they're doing. Look, and here we are right now, right here. They come out in the shotgun. It's be careful with this pass.
Thumper going deep towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Batted away once again by Braylon King Moore. 4th down and 5. And Juniper Belson on for a field goal try.
Now going in this direction, right? They're going against the wind.
Yep.
So we're going to see how much of an effect it's going to have on this kick here.
16 field goal attempts for Belson in the regular season. He made 14 of them. Tied for the most in the league. Field goal is on its way. 43 yards out, and it's got more than enough room. Gerald officially from 42. Madison retakes the lead. That one looked like it would have been good from another 10 yards, I think. So he's got some good power behind those kicks, even in this direction.
Either that or San Jose turned the fans off. Not sure why you would do that, especially when their kicker, right, was in a position you would think, right, to be able to, kick one earlier in the game. It would have been, I don't know, what, a plus 40-yarder, closer to 50.
Yeah, see the kickoff just absolutely dropped like a stone there. Interesting. Kick return taken back up to the 29-yard line. 57 seconds to go. All three? Nope. 2 timeouts.
Maybe the wind's gusting.
It could be. I am not a meteorologist.
I'm not a meteorologist either, but look, I know strong winds when I see it. Hurricanes galore in my area.
I still want to know what happened to all those poor alligators. Ball is handed off to Bacon. Gets a gain of 5. I know their strength is the rushing game, but the time is not on their side. Oh, they will go to the air, but they're going to throw it back to Bacon. Oh, 2 blockers out in front, but 1 missed.
May threw a no-hitter. He didn't hit nobody.
No. Worst block of all time, in fact. Bacon on 3rd down gets knocked down in the backfield for a loss of 1, and that might just take us to halftime.
And Dash says, I'm going to knock this kid down, and I want to hear the crowd. And there's nothing but silence.
Well, for some reason, I guess this is because Madison has never played a road playoff game. They just assume that they're at home. You're not, though. We've seen them try to pump the crowd, look for the noise from the crowd. I don't know. Maybe they're just being sarcastic. They didn't even have to snap the ball, but they did. They punted this one away. Good for a return of about 1. They just wanted to get one more vicious hit in, I guess. I don't know. The special teams unit is something else here in San Jose. 10-9, a 1-score ball game here after the first 2 quarters of action. It's going to be a good one throughout, Gerald. It's going to come down to whoever scores last, I think. Madison 10, San Jose 9. As we get the 3rd quarter started, I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine is our producer at SFL Studios. And Madison will get the ball to start the second half. Ball is teed up. Joe Garfield making sure everybody's ready. And we are underway here in San Jose. Gerald, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, the first half, it started out pretty slow, right? It was nothing but the defenses. But then each team kind of, used each other's strengths on offense and, was able to move the ball down the field somewhat and be able to get themselves some points. But, it's still good. For me, it's still going to come down to the defense, right? Whatever defense can kind of slow down the other should come out ahead. But it's a fairly clean game, so it's good to go. Let's hope for a great second half.
Thumper on first down. He'll go back to the air. Out route up top is good. Gets that one into the hands of his backup tight end, the Ron Haynes apprentice, if you will, Sheldon Hilton, with the catch. Meanwhile, in Albuquerque, the Adams still out in front in the 4th quarter, 21-0 over the Cavalry, and Albuquerque currently in possession of the football and in scoring range to add even more points onto the board. So all signs point towards Albuquerque being in the championship, hosted by the Arizona Scorpions. And who will they play? Either Madison or San Jose. Thumper, pressure right around his legs, and that one's incomplete. 3rd down. Gerald, you mentioned how Thumper, one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the league, but this San Jose defense, they've done a great job so far getting to him.
And it's been a lot of thump. Reed and Thump, right? Has been getting in the backfield, and they're the 2 studs on the defensive line, right? They've been able to do what they have to do, and Thump on Thumper. I'm sure that's a good sound to San Jose.
They're down to 2, and down he goes once again. A 5-yard sack. That time it wasn't Reed or Thump. It was Steve Oden getting back there.
He just overpowered him.
I sure did. Yeah, just going up against J.T. Bullard, the 285-pound guard. But Oden, 286 pounds. So they're basically the same size. That one was just, I think he just had a better angle.
And that's the best way to stop a passing offense. You get pressure on a quarterback like that, he won't have an opportunity to throw the ball.
Join us Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the 6th SFL Minor League Championship game before we find out who is going where in the Season 20 Rookie Draft on Saturday and Sunday evenings right here on the SFL's YouTube page. The official draft order will be released after rosters lock on Wednesday, December 14th. Rookies get ready to make the ultimate impact just before the holiday season. It will be their time this weekend. Gerald, you got Louisiana all ready for the draft?
We're all ready. I think we got one spot left as of now, and we're still fielding some free agent calls and stuff like that. So we're not exactly sure how it's going to fare out, but we're definitely ready for the draft if it comes to that.
Fantastic. 4-yard gain on first down for San Jose. Trailing by 1, they led briefly in this one, aided by a safety. We got a safety and a touchdown, not 3 field goals for those of you who joined late. Blanco to throw, gets it out to Bacon. He'll get the first down and a little bit more. Spins halfway up to the 47-yard line as Blanco hits 171 yards on the night.
Man, I'd like to know what like the rushing yards is on this, because they're doing a lot of their damage through the air. This game, especially on their one drive, especially in the no huddle, no less. So, it's still blowing my mind how they're using a slightly different game plan to throw Madison off, and so far it's been working pretty decent for them.
Split backs on first down. They'll hand this one off to Buford Van Dam, who has not been used very much in this ball game, and that time he only goes for a gain of 1. I think that might be the shortest run I've ever seen Van Dam make.
Yeah. The linebacker Periwinkle, man, he was in there real quick, being able to bring him down, and maybe that's why San Jose decided to not rely on the run, right? With these guys up front, the front 7 of Madison could shut them down. Maybe it's something he's seen on film.
Could be. They're going to try to run here, and that one did not work. Getting into the backfield with a dash is Dan Dash. Gets the big tackle for a loss. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Dan Dash continually makes up for that mistake. And it didn't even cost him anything. Instead of a 5-year loss, it was a 1-year loss.
Right.
But
Still a loss either way.
Kid's racing his draft stock.
Blanco going deep down the middle. It's picked off. That's as good as a short punt, I guess. But Owen Ward, one of the backup corners, getting the tip drill interception. Looks like Joseph Lama got there first.
Yep. He threw it. It was kind of double coverage, right? But Anderson had his hands on it. He just got hit as he was trying to bring it in, and it just kind of got batted around, and Madison was able to pick it off. And that's 2 turnovers for San Jose today, right? 2 drive-killing turnovers. He gets the ball back to Madison. I don't think you can make too many more mistakes like that and expect it to be in your favor.
Right. Thumper with a 5-yard out route on first down. And, just 4 yards shy of midfield already thanks to that pick. Nursing a 1-point lead. I want to try to put some more points on the board. It's just been back and forth. A great defensive battle. And special teams, too. The special teams unit from the flight done a great job putting their team in good position. Hackett actually ended up getting them 2 points. That run by Brown going effectively nowhere, 3rd and 4.
This is going to be an interesting 3rd and 4 right here, right? Because what Madison typically does, right? They're a passing team. And San Jose is going, if they come out in some sort of a passing formation here, San Jose, they can't play off, right? They can't give them no room in this particular situation, right? They're either just going to run it or they're going to throw something short.
5 right on the line for San Jose. They're going to throw over the middle, getting it to Ron Haynes. Threw it right past that defensive line. All 3 linebackers dropped a little too deep, Gerald.
Yeah. With the way that the game's been going, right, you're going to expect them to kind of come in and throw something really short. right there. I mean, the percentages are definitely in their favor in that particular situation. But linebackers got to know the situation and be able to see those receivers making those short routes and actually be able to come up or stay a little bit shorter in those situations.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to go to the right. That one is complete. Going to Haynes once again. Short, methodical plays, keeping the drive alive. They're just on the outskirts of field goal range at this point.
And Haynes has had a lot of targets this game so far, right? And as the game's been progressing, he's been getting more and more targets. And I'd tend to tell the linebackers of San Jose to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Pump fake going deep down the right side and straight into the hands of Dylan Lewis. A great dart. Lewis was 64 yards now on the day. Great catch. Holy cow.
Fortunate enough for San Jose that he got spun around. If he could have caught that in stride, that was a touchdown, and he could have put his team up. They could have been down roughly 8 points, right, pending an extra point. But luckily for San Jose here, I mean, they still have 16 yards to keep him out of the end zone and maybe even force a turnover.
4 wide receiver set on first down inside the red zone. Thumper down to the bottom, getting back into the hands of Haynes. 2nd down and 7.
Like how Haynes is rolling tonight. No equipment. He just gotta, he's gonna catch it with those hands, no wristbands, no gloves, just old school. You say in baseball, right? When you got no gloves, just grip it and rip it.
Haynes ain't out here playing dress up. He just needs his helmet and his jersey, and he's ready. Well, pants too, preferably, but I guess those are optional. I'm not sure. Ball is handed off to Brown. He's able to gain 6. 3rd down and 1. Definitely don't want to settle for a field goal here. They have an opportunity to get a first down before scoring, though. 3rd down and 1 from the 7.
And it's a third, and especially them, right? They've been really good on 3rd and short this game so far. So, I think they just run up the middle.
Delayed handoff to Brown, and it works. Touchdown, Madison.
I don't know if you saw the San Jose defensive end there. He got caught up looking at the quarterback, and he took himself totally out of position. It's like he didn't quite know where he was, and he just over pursued, and Brown ran it in, and now it's a 7-point game pending the extra point. It could be an 8-point game, and all but one drive for the Flight. They haven't had a whole lot of success, so we're going to see. I mean, Madison does have one of the better defenses in the league, so it's going to be tough for San Jose to move the ball.
Extra point by Juniper Belson is up and good. 17-9, Madison out in front of San Jose. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. You can see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Keen Mamadou gets it up to the 25-yard line. Austin Blanco leading the offense back out onto the field. 5:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now trailing by 8.
I mean, down 8 points, right? It's not over. I mean, you still got, roughly a quarter and a half left to go. But, I mean, I'd definitely like to see San Jose, try to run the ball a little bit more to see where you're at, to see if your offensive line is wearing down that defensive line of Madison.
Heading down to the ground. Buford Van Dam, only 15 yards so far tonight, compared to Michael Brown on the other side, 64 yards and a touchdown.
And what that tells me that Buford Van Dam as the fullback is getting 3 yards a carry, and they haven't mentioned J.Z. Bacon, which tells me that Bacon isn't reaching 3 yards a carry.
He's struggled so far in this one. We haven't seen any big runs from him quite yet. He has been used in the passing game. This time they're going to go to a receiver. A nice stop. He was all but for sure going out of bounds. David Anderson with the catch, but was able to plant that cleat into the turf and head north.
And
Gets the first down.
That particular catch right there and what you're able to do after the catch right there and turn it up, that's what is going to get you drafted right there with moves like that, right? There's nothing, a head coach or offensive coordinator hates more than, seeing a wide receiver take that ball, knowing he has room to make a move and be able to go upfield and him just kind of just take the easy route and go out of bounds. Put that foot in the ground and move forward.
Xavier Rue III got the stop, but he must have been surprised to even see that Anderson was coming upfield. He probably saw him make the catch and thought, he's going out of bounds. Oh, crap, no, he's heading this way. Was able to make the tackle. 2nd down and 10, that pass incomplete.
And Anderson does a great play, and then he somehow lets it hit him in the back.
Well, he was still relishing on his praises we were singing, so we'll stop. Terrible play. I'm kidding. 2nd down and 10. Now they're going to put a bounty on me. Blanco gets it out to Bacon. Bacon gets the first down, pushed out of bounds. He gains 5. Quarterback comparison, Gerald, the yardage similar. Each has a passing touchdown, but Blanco made a couple of costly mistakes.
Yeah, those 2 turnovers, because one was like the first drive of the game where it seemed like they couldn't be stopped, and then they had that ball get batted up and then it gets picked off. So they're gonna have to keep a clean sheet the rest of the way.
Getting this one down to Cooper, and he goes out of bounds and falls in a hole. It happens to us all sometimes. Cooper, climb back out of that hole, young man. 4th down and 2.
Man, that quicksand is supposed to be on the other sideline, not that one. That was your own sideline. It's not supposed to be there, right? It's supposed to sabotage the other line.
Whoops. So that drive comes to another halt. Gerald Aaron Lind back out to punt. He's had a couple of good punts so far. This one probably be a little bit short. Yeah, fair catch called for back at the 21. So Madison out in front now by 8. Back in possession of the football, and they are ready to keep on rolling with this one. Meanwhile, approaching the 2-minute warning in Albuquerque, 24-0. The Adams out in front. So that one all but certain is done. Albuquerque will be advancing to the season 6 minor league championship game, and they will be hosting who? So far Madison, but San Jose's not out of it yet. Right now it's up to their defense. They got to get that ball back.
Yeah, and look, that's unheard of right now for Madison. With them having, just through Michael Brown, having 72 yards a carry when on the season, I do believe they only averaged 30 rush yards per game. So there it's 35 rush yards per game, and they've doubled that.
More than doubled that. Yeah, he's got 4 yards per carry right now on his 18 carries. And that's gonna net them a win if they can keep that up, and this prolific passing attack really featuring this guy, Ron Haynes, the league's leading receiver, coming from the tight end spot.
Yeah, man, he's killing it. You gotta do something. You can't match him up with the linebacker because they're playing that. I mean, you put a linebacker on him, he's going to win that every time, especially with his experience in Florida in the pros. I mean, he's too seasoned for you to put a minor league linebacker on him.
3 receiver set on 1st down. Thumper back to Haynes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep throwing it to Haynes. Keep getting yards. Keep doing it. 2nd down and 2.
And it's got to be frustrating from a defensive coordinator standpoint, right? Like it's not that Madison is doing something that's wowing. They're just, man, we're going to throw it to our big guy, a big old reliable guy, and we're going to run the ball timely and be able to get it. I mean, they really are keeping, the flight on their toes, and they just don't know what's coming.
Short pass by Thumper that time, going over the middle. He went to Prince Wonder. 21-28, 191 yards and a touchdown pass for the switch.
Yes, I was totally waiting for the click of the little gaming system switch, the little thing it does on the commercials.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody watches commercials anymore.
Oh, look at the
it.
switch. He does it all. Switch running for a gain of 4. Because why not?
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm talking about a switch. He's like, stop talking about that darn game system. Watch this.
Hey, watch this right here. Runs. All right. Didn't see that one in the film. But, yeah, I would have recommended maybe throwing it to Ron Haynes instead. But it worked. Speaking of Haynes, he's standing at the first down marker, but going a little bit deeper. Trying to go back to Prince Wonder again. And incomplete. Blotner in on the coverage. 3rd down and 6. Outside of field goal range, though, so a big opportunity now for the flight defense.
Man, that was. I think if Blotner grabs that, if he's able to get his hands on it, Blotner takes it in there, and we're having a conversation whether to go for 2 or not.
It was not to be. 4 receiver set. Goes up top, swatted down and incomplete. The big defensive play that was needed happened. J.J. Reed getting in the way. 4th down, and Pete Ellis on to punt for Madison.
And it's the thing of beauty, right? That's the second batted ball we've seen by a defensive lineman in this game.
Yeah.
We need to tell these rookies to tell some of those pros that we got up in the high leagues to, man, put your hands up, because they just don't put their hands up anymore. We don't see
They
that.
really don't.
Hardly at all.
Tried to go for the block. That was not to be. The ball's going to bounce down at the 10, down to the 3, and they're gonna down it at the goal line. Gerald, your favorite place on the field. 1st down and 10 from the goal line. Safety as soon as you touch the ball.
You're hiking it, and it's a safety. That's
it.
the thing. Like it's
safety done. Oh,
look, and the way they've ran the ball, they haven't been effective running the ball. San Jose, this is dangerous.
Blanco under center. Bacon in the backfield. Blanco's going to throw. This is how they got their safety earlier. Tipped and almost picked. Trying to hit David Anderson. So, Gerald, this is how the San Jose defense got their safety against Madison. Had switch thumper in this same end zone. Now the Madison defense chomping at the bit to try to get a safety back for their side.
Yeah, and that was such a dangerous pass too. It's almost like he just couldn't find anybody and just felt some pressure and decided to throw it up, close his eyes and throw it kind of thing. But I just think that was a bad thing to put yourself in a bad situation. This is what they should be doing, even though they haven't been successful.
Well, gets him off the goal line at least. Van Dam still struggling in this game, especially compared to how he ran against Ottawa. He was running against Ottawa. He ran like he was the only man on the field for a little bit. 3rd down and 9.
Oh man, I just don't know what they're gonna do here. I mean, do you run? Do you throw it? It looks like a passing formation.
I think you got to at least try to throw, and Blanco will. Throws for 1st down yardage, and it's a whole new drive now for him. Fresh set of downs up at the 14-yard line. Nice catch by Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson ran his route and was able to find himself open, but the heroes of that play was the offensive line, because there was no pressure. They held their blocks, and they didn't even get pushed back. They had no worries whatsoever. Blanco was able to stand in there and let his guy get open and better hit him right across the middle.
3 quarters in the books. 11 minutes remains here in San Jose to find out who's going to join Albuquerque in the Season 6 championship game. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Get the 4th quarter started right now. Get this one finalized. We could be watching one of the longest drives in minor league history as this one started from the goal line. See how far they can take it. Bacon bottled up all day long.
And Madison continues to do what they've done, especially in terms of Jay-Z Bacon, right? Been able to shut him down, and that was a tackle for loss. I mean, he's had a couple of those today, so it's been quite the struggle in the run game for them today, for sure.
Blanco changing the play at the line. 7 defenders on the line of scrimmage for Madison. They throw up top, gets it to Terrell Cooper. They're going to mark him out of bounds, 3rd and 11.
Look, he had a foot in bounds there.
I thought so, but I mean, I guess of course it's worth the challenge if you think you're going to win it, but it would still be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, still be a 3rd and long.
Yeah.
So save the timeout, right? You're still early in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, there's plenty of football left. It's a 1-score game. So see what they can do here. 3rd down and 11.
Looks like man coverage here.
Blanco to throw, has time. Throws, gets the first down and more. Terrell Cooper breaking the first tackle and getting up to the 32-yard line. Fresh set of downs now for the flight.
The offensive line and the running back right there get credit for that one as well, because they brought the blitz with the 2 linebackers coming in, and they picked up the blitz and gave the quarterback just enough time to find Terrell Cooper. So they got themselves out of the, shadow of their own goalposts, and they can, breathe a little bit and kind of maybe, if they want to try running, they can, even though it hasn't been too successful. But it gives them a little bit more options right now.
First down from the 32. Blanco hands this one off to Bacon, and like we have seen all night long, he just runs right into the waiting arms of a Lynx defender. Al-Farouk Aminu getting that one. 2nd down and 9 after a gain of only 1.
Their pursuit of the running backs for San Jose, man, it's just great. To get it there, man, their play recognition is excellent for Madison.
Blanco out route up top. Ooh. Tipped and nearly picked off. Maurice Peterson getting his hands on the ball, but not able to haul that one in. 0-0 on the clock in Albuquerque. Gerald, a shutout in the semifinals. The Adams on their way to the championship game. Ottawa not able to get anything going.
They've struggled the last few weeks of the season, and I guess they didn't make any changes.
Blanco, pressure all around him, throws on the run. What a throw! What a catch! Beautiful play by Blanco, and Cooper connecting on that one.
It broke down, and look, and this is what offensive coordinators and head coaches and quarterback coaches tell quarterbacks not to do. Don't throw across your body. That's just not what to do. But Terrell Cooper, I guess he saw the DB trailing. He's like, I got him. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but he's open, so let me just throw it.
Ross D Times in the chat says, I doubt Blanco has thrown this many passes in a game, and we still have the 4th quarter left. I would agree. Just looking at the stats, I don't think he's had this many passing attempts in a game. I'm not sure exactly how many he's thrown already in this one, but it's been a lot. Bacon finally able to get something going, gets the first down rush there.
That's the biggest run he's had all season. Look, and it's coming at a very good time for him.
Yeah.
So, look, and if they can get that going, and also, with them being able to move the ball in a passing game, it only expands their offense a little bit more. Especially if they start looking for the pass, they might better mix in some of this run.
4-3 defensive look by the Lynx, and they will throw that pass complete. DJ Bandit getting in on the action. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. The 2A player from Baltimore and Tulsa. Getting that catch. 2nd down and 5.
And he's got offensive lineman size. It's like it's huge. It's like 265.
Well, you're calling him fat. Like, geez, man.
Oh, man, he's a big boy.
Blanco making a change. It's only 3 down linemen. 2 linebacker look. Quick pass over the middle. That one is incomplete. Trying to get the quick pass out, Gerald. In what looked like a nice passing defense. Vern Zales, his intended target. 3rd down.
Yeah, the man coverage they had there was able to be right on the wide receiver right as the ball was coming. It was able to, knock it down right before it reached the waiting arm to the wide receiver there.
Welcome those of you who just watched Albuquerque take down Ottawa in a very lopsided game. This one, much closer ball game. Still a one-score matchup here, 17-9. Madison out in front over the hometown Flight. And Flight still in this one, but fourth down coming up now. So they're going to punt this one away.
A drive looked promising, and then it just kind of just petered out right here, right inside the 40. Look, and if they'd have picked up just a few more yards, it might have been a field goal range, especially with the wind blowing in this direction.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, kind of surprised to see them not go for it, but Lind's been a superstar in this one, and he does it again. That is his third or maybe even fourth punt in this game, at least the third, that Aaron Lind has down to inside the 5-yard line. He's had 2 at the 4 and 1 at the 3.
Well, we know it's 3 for sure. And look, and this could get them the ball back, right? If they can get the penetration like they got when they got their safety, some drives ago. Last time what it was on a 3, they had pinned Madison and was able to get a sack and get safety.
Yeah.
And then they turned that right into points, I think, right afterwards.
They sure did. Yep, and this was the end zone they did it in. Madison smartly going to try to run this one out. Michael Brown getting 3 yards on that carry. And, yeah, it was 3 punts for Aaron Lind inside the 5 and 1 for Pete Ellis from the Lynx inside the 5. He got it all the way down to the fabled goal line.
It wasn't even on the goal line. They could have said half-yard line.
Well, see, and I think that's where you just need to let the goal line thing go, because they mark it at the goal line when it's in between the – oh, my God. Good Lord, get that man a doctor, Robert Thump. That's how he got his name.
Yeah, he put the thump down on that dude right there.
Sir, that was pure violence. That is a crime. That was not even okay. Like, gosh.
You take him to the blue tent and check him for a concussion or something.
Just take him straight to the hospital, man. Man, what a hit. Oh, and he's going to get a first down after that. Hey, he's still got the wheels, so yeah, great opportunity to try to get a stop and not able to get the quick 3 and out. Michael Brown saying, I'm not dead yet, and he just takes the ball and gets a first down after getting laid out.
The fullback. Oh, the fullback right there. And Ballmer, he made a great ceiling block to keep that linebacker from even trying to get near the hole right there. And, he's able to, able to allow him to pick him up. I mean, what did he picked up close to 9 yards there?
Yeah, he sure did. Thumper, deep drop. He's going to throw a nice out route up top. Ron Haynes, a household name after this game. Getting the catch, gain 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, he's. I mean, obviously, Thumper's definitely got some confidence in Ron Haynes. He developed a relationship with him, over this season, and Haynes bringing some of that pro experience back here. So yeah, man, give me the ball. I'll make sure I make that secure the ball, keep it safe, and get us where we need to be.
2nd down and 2, 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go, and we're going to see a little bit more of the rushing attack. Gerald, I think, is maybe not, because Michael Brown is down.
He got hammered.
Well, Gerald, he got hammered a couple of snaps ago. I think this might be some residual, but let's see what happened on this one.
Who hit him? Oh, good God. Jesus.
Stan Diamond saying, don't worry, Thump, I'll finish him off. Michael Brown, he's down for the count right now.
I don't mean to laugh, but Jesus.
Well, you're a Saints fan, so I think you're used to seeing Bounty Gate type things happen. And what's going on with this defense here? They try and injure people like your boys down in Ireland?
That's a myth.
Oh, okay. 3rd down and inches, and the ball is handed off to Zane Beard. He's tackled for a loss. So great opportunity now for the Flight defense. They get the stop. They're going to get the ball back. And they got an opportunity right now, Gerald. 5.5 to go in the ball game. They need to capitalize on this drive. At minimum, even getting a field goal would help. Got all the way down to the 38-yard line, and we're not able to get points off of it. See what they can do on this drive. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production. We're the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect track for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. 3 wide receiver look, 2 backs in the backfield. Blanco under center. St. Nebuchadnezzar, the center. Getting it out to Bacon. TJ Bandit throwing a block, but that one good for only a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Bacon hasn't been having a very good game at all. It's like they specifically game planned, to stop him with, especially the game he had last week. Yeah. So, I mean, they're just shutting down him down in everything that he's doing.
That one goes to Van Dam, shutting him down as well. Only a gain of 1, 3rd down and 7, well outside field goal range. They're going to need to move the chains to hope to get anything off of this drive. And, they're not out of time, Gerald, but time is not on their side right now.
No, and then when you're still trying to run right against, it's especially coming upon how late it is in the game, the best rushing defense in the league, it's just not working for them this late in the game.
See what they can do here. Blanco throws short of the line to gain, and for some reason Cooper decides to hop backwards 12 yards. He loses 5. Gerald, I don't know what just happened. He's got 100 yards and a receiving touchdown on the day. He's had a great game, but that was not one of those good plays. Loses 7, 4th and 12.
No, and I hope y'all didn't teach him that move in Mexico City, because
that has Dan Tritz written all over it. Because hop backwards, Coop.
I guess I don't know, like where he caught the ball. I don't think he had any room to run anyway, but still, it's like, give yourself a chance.
The old Tritz shuffle, that's what that just was. I tell you. Madison takes over after the punt from their own 23-yard line.
And they're without, Michael Brown too, right? He was the guy that was kind of leading the charge in the rushing game this game. So without him, what's their running game if they're going to try and run out the clock? How's their running game going to be?
We'll find out here. So far, not so good. No updates yet on Michael Brown. I'm sure when we get one, our graphics team will throw a graphic up over it. For those of you who have not watched a Dag Smith broadcast, we never seem to get updates.
No, they just get, we're left to our own devices, I guess.
Yeah,
so now we just got
to guess.
Yeah, and we got to just, Zane Beard has got to be the runner now.
Beard probably not going to be running for long if he takes hits like that. Mojo McClain laying a hit that made Robert Thump start jumping up and down like a giddy little child. He was so happy with that hit. 3rd down and 10. So that injury, that could be a big momentum shift, because we had just talked about how we expected to see some running out of the Lynx to just burn this clock, and down went Brown, and Beard not able to get anything going yet. So, but best quarterback in the league, Switch Thumper, at least statistically, out there ready to try to convert a 3rd down and 10. 2.5 to go in the ball game. Thumper steps up, throws on the run. That one into traffic, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit Dylan Lewis. Well defended. And that will bring up a 4th down.
I think
Save
it was
on Watson in on the coverage.
Yeah, I think Thumper was a little bit rushed. If he would have had a little bit more time, I think he would have hit good old reliable, Ron Haynes right there, kind of coming on somewhat of a delayed kind of out route that kind of ran right up the middle because he was open. But he just he didn't have the time with the pressure that was being put on him.
Ellis punts this one away. John Fowler in the chat claiming that I am his father. I'm not sure where you got that information, John. It may have been bad tacos at halftime that has your brain foggy. You believe you need to go have a conversation with your mother. Anywho, 1st down and 10 for the flight from their own 45. So only 55 yards to go from the end zone. They could get touchdown, 2-point conversion, tie this one up. But Gerald, they've got 1 touchdown all game. Let's see what they can do.
And it came in similar field position as this too. So,
oof, that ain't gonna get it done.
No,
threw right into waiting swat down of DJ Woods. Not much of an effort for the pick there, but he bats that down to the ground and says no.
And I'm not. I look even on the outside looking in. I'm not exactly sure how San Jose wants to approach this particular drive right here. Look, and this is an opportunity right here, right? Man coverage, right? You're going to have somebody free given the time. So the offensive linemen have got to know to hold their blocks.
Free play, and he capitalizes off of it, throwing a quick dart over the middle to DJ Bandit. Somebody on the defensive line jumped off sides, and Blanco showing some veteran skill there, taking advantage and just throwing the deep pass.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 99, defense.
And they call that one on Dan Dash. He'd been doing great after his first, not costly mistake, but his mistake he made earlier in the ball game, missing the tackle. But this one, I mean, theoretically, Blanco would have thrown that pass either way and gotten that first down, but he'll have to try to make up for that one.
Yeah, Blanco, he just did what any quarterback should do, right? I hate for, especially in a situation like that, just throw it. No matter what happens, you know the guy jumped off, just throw it. He threw it deep, and they got themselves in Madison territory now.
Back to the 37. They've been here a couple times. Bacon's going to make them pay on this one. Breaks a tackle and gets all the way down to the 19-yard line. That big run will take us to the 2-minute warning. Minutes to go here in San Jose. Madison out in front, 17-9 over the flight, but the flight in possession of the ball 19 yards away from the end zone. 4-down territory here on out, Gerald, and they're going to need to go for 2. They've only found the end zone once all ball game. We will see what they can do in this one. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine producing for us. Appreciate you all being here with us. Blanco throws this one down to the bottom, connects with Anderson, who now has 80 yards on the day. 2nd down and 5.
And that's a great first down play, right? It gives you 2nd and 5, especially with the time that's left and all 3 timeouts, right? Like you can literally from the 14 right here, you can kind of milk the clock down if you wanted to and get in there and, score you a touchdown, hopefully pick up your 2-point conversion and kind of force some overtime, give your opponent no time at all. So
right.
They have tons of options.
I don't know if they have enough field to even milk the clock, though. They are going to try. They hand it off to Bacon, who's able to gain only a yard. I thought he might have gotten a couple, but he only got 1. 3rd down and 4. Like I said, it's 4-down territory. They're not going to kick a field goal here. No. I guess theoretically they could and then hope for the onside kick, but I wouldn't. I'd rather go for the touchdown, but we'll see how much time's left on the clock. Madison's kicker, Juniper Belson, made a kick going the other, the direction they're facing. Well, that one's not going to matter. It's picked off and running back the other way. Gerald, nobody's going to stop him. This is going to be a big pick 6, 40, 30, 20. Can he get caught? No. Yeah, he does. 1. 1st and goal from the 1. My goodness, Anderson ran all the way down the field to catch him, but Newton North with the huge interception. And it might not have been a pick 6, Gerald, but it may as well have been. It ends San Jose's drive and sets the Lynx up with the best starting field position you could hope for. 1st down and goal from the 1. What a huge turn of events.
And the most unfortunate situation for Blanco is that you didn't have to go to the end zone. You had some guys open right past the 1st down marker, right over the middle. You didn't have to force it into the end zone. And, and Newton North was right there, jumped the route, and he's in a position where, put his team in a position to close this game out.
Thumper hands this one off. Met in the backfield is Michael Brown. He's back out on the field. His injury was minor. Told you we wouldn't get an update, Gerald. First timeout is called by San Jose. 2nd down and goal from the 3. 1 minute, 11 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, we're never lucky enough to get any kind of an update on anything.
We just need to keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah, he just needed some orange slices or something.
Good. Some of them pineapple laden San Jose tacos. Brown takes the handoff pushes into the end zone. He's back off the bench, and he's into the end zone. And this one's going to be out of reach for San Jose unless a miracle can happen for him. Touchdown Lynx. 2-score ball game and counting.
Yeah, looks like Madison has punched their ticket to another SFL championship game. San Jose had many opportunities, right? 3 turnovers in key moments that kind of cost them here. So San Jose just going to get the ball back. I mean, look, I guess it's not over, right? 1:09 left, but still it's going to be tough.
I mean, you talk about an uphill climb. They already had a tall task ahead of them trying to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie. Now they need a touchdown and an onside kick and a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie. So, out of reach? No. Likely? No. But we'll see what they're able to do. They had a great season, 6-2 throughout the regular season. You don't only lose 2 games throughout if you're a bad team, and San Jose is definitely not that. So, see what they're able to do here on this drive, starting with a nice return by Mamadou. He gets up to the 29-yard line. 1:04 to go. Blanco just throwing another interception. Believe that was his 3rd of the ball game, Gerald, and that's really the difference. Thumper played a clean game, and they got Michael Brown going. Blanco, not so much, and the running game's been stuffed.
And I guarantee you, once you look at the stats, right, of this game, and if you compare it to their Week 4 matchup, you can just swap the names out, right? Because last game in Week 4, San Jose passed the ball and ran it very effectively. And guess what? And, Madison did not in Week 4, right? They passed it well, but they just didn't run it very well. So, and now you take that and you put that into this game, right? San Jose did not run the ball very well. They passed it pretty good. I know they had 3 turnovers, 3 picks, but he still passed it fairly well. But Madison brought it on in both sides, right? On the passing game and the running game.
Blanco to throw. Gets this one out to Bacon. Bacon will get the first down. Keeps on running. Knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line, stopping the clock with 54 seconds. Gerald, did you happen to see the injury update finally popped up?
I didn't. Did
no,
it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It popped up behind a comparison stat graphic.
Of course.
As
That's
per usual. And it also popped up after we already knew he was back on the field. So
we need a
medical team, man, they are on point.
We need to talk to that producer, right, Cameron Irvine. He's got to stop them from doing that to us.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Quick pass over the middle. That one's incomplete. Now, we've seen a few of those tonight too, Gerald, where the passes just hit the hands of Blanco's target and unable to secure it. So I'm sure they'll have talk about that in practice as they prepare for season 7. 2nd down and 10 now, 50 seconds to go.
Yeah. When your receivers get, especially 2 hands on the ball, I mean, you expect them to bring it in, right? You look, there's hits out there and everything else, that, in contested catches, but you get both your hands on it. I mean, you're expected to bring it in.
Blanco to Bacon. Bacon to Xavier Roux. Tackled in midfield. They'll go into the hurry up on 3rd down.
They're just not doing themselves any favors with the play calling here.
Sidearm pass over the middle is complete. They'll burn their 2nd timeout, 1 remaining, as they pick up the 1st down at the 40.
Yeah, technically, I mean, they got to get a real quick strike, at least leave themselves, right, enough seconds on the clock to potentially get an onside kick if they score a touchdown here, to be able to have 1 play left.
Right, you got to at least leave like 5 seconds or so.
Right.
So really only about 25 seconds, 26 at most to try to get into the end zone here. Short drop by Blanco. He's waiting for his receivers to get downfield. Throws a duck.
Oh, and he drops it.
Yeah, see, it's another. And I know he got rocked. He absolutely got rocked. Number 31, Owen Ward for the Lynx, came in and knocked that ball right out. But, you know, you got it hits you in the hands. You got to catch it.
Right. You want to play in the big leagues, you got to bring those in for sure.
That's what Dan Tritz always would tell me in the locker room after I had a 6-drop game. He's like, Dags, it hits you in the hands. You got to catch it. I'm like, it's a good point, Dan Tritz.
I think it's amazing. Defensive linemen say, bro, you got to catch that.
Yeah. He tells me lots of things. 4th down and 2. And the field goal will do him no good. 4-down territory. 10 seconds to go. They don't need to score on this pass, Gerald, but it would behoove them to do so that they can get that onside kick and still have some time. So it's now or never for the flight. 4 wide receiver look, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 32 yards from the end zone. They're going to throw it short and swatting it right back down. DJ Woods again. He's had a couple of tip passes, and they've all looked like that, Gerald. He just reaches up that big mitt and says, nope.
Oh, and he cut right in front of the wide receiver, right? It's almost look, and you see him look out of a side eye right there. It's like, he's coming. I'm gonna just step right up in his path here, in the path of the ball to be able to knock it down. And they've officially punched their ticket to the SFL, SFL Minors Championship here.
They sure have. Maximum effort by DJ Woods to jump up without leaving the ground and swat that ball down. And Madison, one kneel down away. One more kneel down away from making their way to the championship game. So the championship will be hosted by the Arizona Scorpions of the SFL Major League. Albuquerque will be the home team, and Madison will be the visitor in what's sure to be a great game, Gerald. Madison and Albuquerque, quite a history, a lot of great games between them.
Right, and they actually played just 1 week ago, and it was a 3-point game. It was a very, very excellent
amazing game. Absolutely. That is the final here in this one. The Lynx take the victory 24-9 over the San Jose Flight. And Gerald, the final score is not quite indicative of how this game went. It was close up until the last couple of minutes. As we look at the final stats and highlights, your final thoughts on this one?
It was the turnovers, right? The turnovers by San Jose, and it was always in key moments, right? All three of those were in Madison territory, right? It kind of, turn the ball over in those situations doesn't, it puts you back, it sets you back. So, in their only good plays, it seems like one of their high moments was their punter pinning their opponent back inside the 5. Their defense got one good stop there to get a safety and was able to get the ball there and then go down. And then after those, kind of 2 sequences, they just kind of petered out. And credit to the Madison defense, right, for coming there, showing up and shutting down the rushing attack of San Jose, and them being able to come up with a rushing attack of their own, getting 86 yards on the day, while only averaging on the season, they only had 35 rushing yards per game on the season. They did it through the air efficiently and effectively, and they did it on the ground efficiently and effectively, and had no turnovers. So, when you do that, it's just a recipe for success.
Michael Brown, your player of the game, 24 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. My vote for player of the game, Gerald, Newton North, with his almost pick 6 that really sealed the fate of the game. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Final score, 24-9, Madison with the win. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who will always be with me in spirit on every broadcast, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us. Be kind to one another, always choose happy, and have a great night. See y'all later.